Watching a movie in theaters is a great experience because of the big screen and the big sound. IMAX promises a bigger screen and a better sound than the average theater experience. In this vlog, I wanted to take you on my journey and answer these questions. Is watching a movie in IMAX worth it? What type of movie is best to plan to watch in IMAX? Hi, my name's Abel, and I'm trying to answer the question, when is it worth seeing a movie in IMAX? And additionally, when is it worth seeing it in true IMAX? What I mean by true IMAX is the 79-foot dome theater that we have in Charlotte and places around the world. So that's more of a full-bodied experience with apparently better laser projection technology that most theaters in your local area don't have. So me and my wife are going to be traveling to the Charlotte Observer IMAX Dome Theater at Discovery Place. It's a mouthful, but that's where we're going to see true IMAX. We right now live in the Greensboro High Point area, so we're about an hour and 15 minutes. We're making this trek just to see the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning movie. First and foremost, if you're gonna go see an IMAX movie, make sure that the filmmakers shot the movie with an IMAX camera. I'm not gonna go into the tech of it all, but they shot it specifically with a high-grade camera that can bring out the colors, bring out the visuals that you wanna go see in an IMAX theater.
This is my personal opinion. I wouldn't watch any cartoon movies. Like I said, they have to be filming with IMAX cameras, and obviously you can't film with IMAX cameras if you do a cartoon animation movie. Nothing against them, just don't spend the money to go IMAX. Lastly, I would say if the director is known for using practical effects, go ahead and watch it. Don't watch a movie with an inordained amount of CGI. That's not good for anybody. It all looks fake. Make sure that they're partnering with CGI and very practical technology in the movie. So that's what Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is probably doing. All of the other Mission Impossible movies have that same loyalty to this concept of not overdoing CGI. So that's why I'm really excited. Plus, there are some really crazy scenes that this movie is gonna kind of display on the screen, just like in all of the rest of the movies, where the cameras are in places that aren't natural, in harsh conditions that are tough to shoot film. And Tom Cruise is known for doing this in their movies. So that's what makes this experience most exciting. So we're filling up gas right now and I'm on the road. And I think some essentials for movie going is, one, pack a sweater. Okay, you need a sweater. Also, have a hot date. Right there. She's mainly for smuggling candy in her purse.
Like a weirdo standing up there. So our first stop is to get gas, and I also need to put some air in my tires, and by I mean Abel. So he's down here doing that now. I don't know if you can see him, but he's out there doing husband things. And then we're going to stop nearby in Charlotte. One of my college friends lives down there, and we're gonna go have lunch with her and her husband.
We'll see if this movie experience is worth it, but what do you think so far? Are you like
about going to the movie?
Yeah, about like the experience.
I went to a dome theater a long time ago to see Toy Story 4.
Wow.
And it was so long ago I don't really remember, but I was telling you we have a planetarium at the campus we work on. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to turn my head to like see every scene, every bit of every scene. And I'm trying to like conceptualize what that's gonna be like to watch.
Right, yes.
But Tom Cruise said we should see it on the biggest screen we can.
We will listen to Tom Cruise.
Okay, so we just got back and I will give you some insight into our experience so it can help you decide whether to purchase the ticket or not. And then I'll give you my review and recommendation at the end. So we walk in, it's really an amazing facility. There's a museum attached to it as well that we didn't get to and want to look at because we wanted to go to the movie. And we're waiting, first and foremost, we're waiting in this long line where there's one person at the concession stands. And so the concession stand didn't really have a lot. It wasn't your normal movie experience. So if you really love that rich popcorn with butter, mixed together. And then, fountain drinks and everything, those are easy to provide for concessions. But as far as the popcorn goes, not the best experience. It was really dry, really salty, and you didn't get the free refills, things like that. I wouldn't go to this place if you really care about that. We walk into the theater, and it is really incredible to see this huge dome. The seats they look so steep. And it was really a fun experience. While we were walking up, we felt like we were gonna fall off. And obviously, you're just covered by this huge screen. So that was an experience in itself. That was kind of fun and helped you anticipate for a great experience for the movie. We sat down. The top quarter of the theater is probably the best spot for you to choose as far as being able to see everything. The middle definitely is a lot of fun to be around. I think that's where you'll get some of the strengths that I'll be talking about. But they did a little bit of a demonstration of what the Dome Theater could do, which was pretty incredible. And then the beginning scene of the movie, that was an incredibly unique experience that I don't think you could get anywhere else. It was just so immersive. And then we started the movie, right? And I would be very brutally honest and say that the rest of the movie, I wouldn't watch your Hollywood movie in a dome theater. It's just not made for that. There are a lot of scenes where it was just distorted. It was stretched out or squeezed in depending on how big or what type of shot they had for the movie. And it was, it didn't look good on some of them. And it really took me out of the movie. Now, there were some scenes that this dome theater lent towards, that this dome theater lended itself towards. And it was scenes where there was one character, one focal point, and, Tom Cruise, he is that focal point in a lot of these crazy missions that he can only do. And that was really, really incredible to see. I loved the underwater scene. I won't go into spoilers. I loved the airplane scene. You know about that from the trailers. Both of those scenes were just so immersive and incredible. And you know what? I think I could have felt the same feelings that I felt in that dome theater as apart from just a normal IMAX theater. But I thought those stood out. But the rest of it was not that big of a deal. Surround sound, yes, great. And some of the visuals, great. But overall, I would just go to a regular, normal IMAX, and there you have it. That's what I would do. Out of 5 stars, if I were to give this a rating, I would give it a 2.5. Like I said, some scenes, good. A lot more scenes, not that great. And, overall, it was something to try. So I hope that it saves you a trip. One other thing that I would mention is that parking, you're going to have to pay extra for if you want easy access. Now, they do have, whenever you scan your ticket at the parking deck, there's a kiosk. You can scan your IMAX ticket and it gives you a discount, but it's really not that much. So you're paying an extra, at least $6 or so. So, yeah, there's a lot of cost, especially if you don't live close to one. And I wouldn't watch your normal Hollywood movie. I would watch something that's actually made for the Dome Theater. Now, IMAX, I think, is worth it. I think you should watch more movies in an IMAX showcasing, just not a dome theater. So there you have it. I hope I saved you a trip just by you watching this on the couch, but there you go.